An overview of Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege by Kassandra and Kendrick, Wesley. The game title is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. The genre is a first-person shooter, and the platforms you can play it on are Xbox One, Xbox X, Xbox S, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PC, and it is also coming to mobile soon as well. Siege was released December 1st of 2015. However, it was not planned. Initially, Ubisoft was working on Rainbow Six Patriot, which was announced in 2011. However, they ran into complications and canceled it. The game also offers Standard, Deluxe, Operator, and the Ultimate Edition. Siege has seasons, which are major game updates that focus on improving gamer experience. Additionally, they release free content, including maps, features or game modes, and unlockable content including operators, weapons, and character skins. Situations in Rainbow Six Siege are a set of single-player missions where the player has to clear the map from the bots within a certain time without dying. Each situation is unique, involves different operators, and is also on different maps. Additionally, this introduces players to the basic gameplay, main characters, abilities, weapons, devices, and the maps. Terrorist Hunt is a PvE multiplayer game mode, and the goal is to learn basic communication, warm up, or have fun killing bots. You're also able to change the difficulty of the bots within this game mode. Siege's multiplayer mode is player versus player. Players deciding to play multiplayer are able to play 3 different types of game modes: casual, ranked, and quick match. Casual, the map is randomly selected and the matches are best of 5 and your ranked is not affected. In ranked, you must be level 20 to play and the matches are best of 7. If you draw, you play an additional 3 more games and your rank is affected. Quick Match is similar to Standard, but is faster and also offers pre-reinforced walls. Additionally, those who are new to the game must play this game mode to a certain level in order to play casual. Within these multiplayer games, 2 teams of 5 will go up against each other to complete the objectives, which are hostage, bomb, or securing an area.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about the purpose/goal of the game. So the main purpose of Rainbow Six Siege is to engage players in tactical team-based gameplay where strategy, communication, and skill are key to succeed. The primary goals include teamwork, which is coordinating with teammates to plan and execute strategies. Another primary goal includes objectives. It's completing specific objectives like defusing bombs, rescuing hostages, or securing areas. And the last primary goal is tactics, and that's using the environment and operators' abilities effectively to gain an advantage over the opposing team. Overall, it emphasizes competitive gameplay and strategic depth, making it a favorite in the esports community. I'm going to talk about how the game is played. So Rainbow Six Siege is played in a 5v5 format where 2 teams alternate between attackers and defenders. So going into depth a little bit more, to start off you have the preparation phase. So this is where the defenders will reinforce walls, set traps, and position gadgets in order to try to stop the attackers from rushing into their site and completing their objectives. Attackers will use drones to scout and gather intel on defender positions. So this will let them know what operators they're using, how they're setting up their site, things like that. Next, the players will choose an operator. There is a roster of operators, each with a unique abilities and gadget. This allows players to choose operators as a team that complement each other's strengths. Next is the destruction and environments. So players have the ability to breach walls, floors, and ceiling, allowing for creative tactics and unexpected gameplay. And lastly is communication, and that is team communication is vital, using either the voice chat or in-game markers to share information and strategies. So this is just basically being able to talk to your teammates, telling them what the enemy is doing, and passing that information back and forth so that everybody's on the same page. Alright, so our next slide is going to talk about the game developers and publishers. So Rainbow Six Siege was developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. The game was released in December of 2015 and has since been supported with numerous updates, expansions, and seasonal content, enhancing its gameplay and community engagement. So just a little bit about the developer and publisher. Ubisoft Montreal. It is a video game development studio located in Montreal, Canada. It is one of the largest and most prominent studios within Ubisoft, known for creating and contributing to several successful franchises. So it's just a part of Ubisoft, which is the main company. Which it says here in the second point. Ubisoft is a multinational video game publisher and developer, headquartered in Montreal, France. Don't know how to say that. Founded in 1986 by the 5 founders of the Guillemot family. Ubisoft has grown into one of the largest and most influential companies in the gaming industry. Alright, so this slide, I know the pictures are just a little bit blurry, but it's just some pictures of in-game, pretty much. So in the one in the top left corner, as you can see, that would be someone who's playing as a defender, sitting and protecting their site. As you can see, the walls are reinforced in order to help keep the attackers out. In the top right photo, you can see one of the game modes you could play, which is the bomb objective. So the purpose of this one is that the defenders want to try and deny the attackers from planting a device to defuse the bombs. In the bottom left picture, you can see some teamwork being used there. As they open up the garage door, they have a shield operator there who's meant to help support the other players, kind of be able to take some shots for them. In the middle picture, you can see a little squadron of 3 rappelling on the building. This is just one of the tactics that you can use in Rainbow Six Siege in order to use an element of surprise or a different type of strategy against the defenders. And then in the bottom right corner, as you can see, again, it's one of the defenders' gadgets. It allows him to use a drone with a camera attached in order to get some more intel and information on the attackers. Okay, so this next slide is going to talk a little bit about the number of players and or viewers of the game Rainbow Six Siege. So Rainbow Six Siege has a powerful player base, and it often boasts over around 60 million registered players globally. Active player counts can fluctuate, but the game typically sees several 100,000 concurrent players, especially during peak times and esports events. I'd like to point out how it mentioned there's more players during the peak times and esports events. Peak times could be when they release new seasons, new operators to the games, certain game modes based on the time of the year, and around those esports events is those large tournaments and everything. More players tend to pay attention to the game and everything then. And in terms of viewers, Rainbow Six Siege has a strong presence on streaming platforms such as Twitch and YouTube, with many esports tournaments attracting large audiences, again, as mentioned in the point above. Major events such as the Six Invitational can draw hundreds of thousands of live viewers. Alright, so in this slide we're going to be talking a little bit about the major participating tournaments and or leagues for Rainbow Six Siege. So to start, Rainbow Six Siege features several major tournaments and leagues that showcase competitive play. One of the biggest ones is the Six Invitational, and this is the premier annual tournament for Rainbow Six Siege, bringing together the best teams from around the world to compete for a significant prize pool and the title of World Champion. There's also the Six Major, which is held multiple times a year in various locations. These tournaments feature regional qualifiers leading to a global event, highlighting top teams from each region. So first the teams will play in the Six Major, and then the best teams out of those tournaments will get invited to the Six Invitational, which is the World Champion event. Now, there are regional leagues. So there's in North America, it's the NAL, it's the North America League. In Europe, it's the EUL, the European League. There's one for Brazil here. It's the LATAM. I'm not going to try to say that, but and the last one is APAC, which is North and APAC South leagues. There's also the ESL Pro League, which is a competitive league that includes Rainbow Six Siege as one of the featured titles, bringing together teams from different regions. And of course, you have your various community tournaments, which is just numerous of smaller tournaments and events that are organized by the community members and esports organization, contributing to the game's competitive scene.